Okay, so now we're going to use what we've learnt to factorise polynomials. So to factorise polynomial, we try to find two factors. There's a technique to finding them. Once we've found two, we can usually find, if it's a cubic, the last one, by using our brain. I'm going to call it by inspection. So we're particularly interested here in finding the factors of a cubic. All right, so the other way we can do it is to find one factor, do our long division, end up with our quadratic, and then factorise the quadratic. That works as well. Let's try one out. So if we're asked to factorise x cubed minus 3x squared, x, don't use finger, x cubed minus 3x squared minus 6x plus 8. Okay, so what we want is to factorise this. Up till now, you've had no idea how to do this. You could have solved it by putting it in your graphics calculator, but if we're trying to, and we need to be able to factorise it for part of our process further on. So, if we're finding factors, then they all have to be factors of 8. So we write down our factors of 8 first. We've got 1, negative 1, 2, negative 2, 3, not 4, negative 4, and 8, negative 8. Okay, so using the factor theorem, we're going to go through, and it's quite easy, because if we use 1 and negative 1, we're just dropping the xy part out. So P of 1 equals 1 minus 3 minus 6 plus 8. 1, 9, minus 9 equals 0. So x minus 1 is a factor. I found 1 already. Going to try and find another one. So let's try negative 1. So negative 1 goes negative 1 minus 3 plus 6 plus 8 does not equal 0. I don't care what it equals, because if it doesn't equal 0, it's not a factor. Right, next one, 2. So we've got 8 minus 2 squared is 4 times 3 is 12 minus 12 plus 8. But you can see that when we do negative 2, we're going to get negative 8 minus 12 plus 8 equals 0. So x plus 2 is a factor. So those are our two factors that we found using the factor theorem. The last one we're going to find by saying that negative 1, this one, right, times this one, 2, times something, equals 8. So what is negative 1 times 2 is negative 2 times negative 4. So my last factor is going to be x minus 4. And if I wanted to, I could go back and check by putting 4 back in and finding out it was. So that's quite a quick way when there's a lot of factors on our page. Find 2, because you'll usually find 2 quite quickly, and then the last one by using this multiplication technique. So the other way we could have done it, as I just said, was to take x cubed minus 3x squared minus 6x plus 8, and I'm going to use synthetic division. I'm going to use x minus 1, so h equals 1, carry 1 times 1 equals 1, add them up, negative 2, times 1 equals negative 2, add them up, negative 8, times 1, negative 8, add them up, 0. I already knew it was going to be 0, because 0 is my factor theorem. I don't want a remainder. So what I've got left here is x squared minus 2x minus 8, and I can factorise that pretty quickly into minus 4 and plus 2. So that's another way of getting there. So I would have found the first one by factor theorem, and then the other two just by using long division. It depends on which one you like. Both are perfectly acceptable.